100 words per minute, passage 18, entitled Eco-Friendly Glamping Business, supported by scheme called Get Started. So looking at the words in alphabetical order, we start with activities. Disjoint TV says activity. We've had that one recently. Adventure. The D has to be on the line, the T is doubled to add the R. Beautiful, I've given you two alternatives there, the FL going down or upwards. Last time we had spoke, this time we've got bespoke. So the K disjoined but attached to the P. Brand BR blend, business special outline. Now children, I make my special outline for children a large C and a small h. It doesn't look like anything else, but it is my own special outline for children. You can see I've put an alternative, which is the full outline for the word children, and you may see others too. Companies, special outline. Countryside, the big distinction there between the T doubled for R and the D, which is single length. Special outline for difference. Now, double. So we spent a lot of time in the theory with ibble and abble, which are the two most common word endings. But we've also got the ibble, the obble and the obble. So when a word ends with obble, as in double, we can disjoin the O. You could, of course, write the D, the B and the L, but the outline would extend quite low into the line below. Enough, GH says F. Event, E indicated before the V and the T still on the line. Expanded, sloping the P slightly to make the X more of a cross. Friendly, kick the L out of it. Funded, downward F before the N because it's such a flowing movement. Grow, GR blend, so when GR comes together we write the next consonant through. However, special outline. And improve, special outline. Increase, words that begin with INC. Remember, we don't put the N. Overnight, little O for over. Popular, I've put the O in there so that you can see where the first P ends and the second P begins. You could, of course, come straight down with two P's and then the L doubles for R in an upwards direction. So we'll put L after a tail letter. Scheme, S, CM blend. Self-contained, self-anything. If you go back to the theory lessons, you'll see that self can either be joined or disjoined, depending on what follows. And here, because it's self-contained, I've chosen to disjoin so that the T is on the T line. Welcoming, CM blend. Nice and wide for that CM blend, and the disjoined I for ing. And yourself, any outline that ends in self, just SL for self. And in yourself, the L comes downwards. Now the word groupings. Over 2 years ago. So little O for over. And then the figure 2 years ago. Normally we would circle the 2, but because it's in a grouping, perhaps it may be decided that it's not quite so necessary. At the start with S outside the angle. That has been. I've given you two ways of writing it. There's usually 2, sometimes 3 ways of writing a grouping. Here I've given you 2. That has been and that has been. County Council, CN repeated. A lot of that L under the line we've met so many times before. Please make sure that you spot it, otherwise you lose 3 errors. Help people, PL intersection, as in more and more people, PL intersection for people. As a result, the L goes upwards there at the end, because if we moved in a downwards direction, it might look like an FL blend. The final T is not necessary in order to recognise that well-known grouping as a result. has been, again the long way or the short way. Increase the number of, beautiful phrase, 4 words, and it's quite a good phrase to use for speed development, as is by the end of next year. Large number of, such as, in addition. We're just writing in addition. There is no doubt I've shown you 2 ways there of doing it. The first one flows better. The second one saves space on the line. So the choice, as always, is yours. At times, little a for at as a special outline, M underneath anything says times. Great deal of support. Now, when we've got great deal, it can be great deal of money, great deal of time. In this case, it's great deal of support. Just join the SPR and disjoin the T after the R for support. For example, for X, who is inking for who is thinking? In the area and in this area. Very common groupings. Practice them well and then take the dictation. 100 words per minute, passage 18. Entitled Eco-Friendly Glamping Business, supported by scheme called Get Started. Ready? Good afternoon. Thank you for coming to this event today. I am Anne Brown and I am here to tell you about my eco-friendly glamping business. I set up the business just over 2 years ago. At the start, we had 3 units, each one self-contained. The business is open all year round. Now, thanks to a brand new website that has been funded by the County Council, we have had a lot of enquiries from customers. The funding is to help people to get started with their own business. More and more people are holidaying at home, and as a result, our glamping site has been very popular indeed. We are hoping to increase the number of units by the end of next year by at least double. We have plenty of space and the surroundings are beautiful. We are right in the heart of the countryside, yet close to a large number of activities such as horse riding, mountain biking and sailing. In addition, there is an adventure park for the children nearby. There is no doubt that we are very excited about the idea of expanding this business and welcoming more and more people. Third minute. Ready? Working for yourself can feel very lonely at times, in that you spend a lot of time working on your own. However, the Get Started scheme gave me a great deal of support. For example, I did not have much experience of marketing because it is not something I have ever done before. We had a few meetings and the scheme came up with a bespoke package to suit our need. It started by looking at what I already had, and then it looked at how I could improve it. The website has made a massive difference almost overnight. Final minute from which you extract the quote. Ready? Anyone who is thinking of starting a business in the area or has a business which is less than 2 years old can apply to Get Started for help. The scheme has already supported over 200 businesses. Let me remind you of this. The number of business startups in this area has doubled in the last 2 years. Thanks to schemes like this, small companies like mine grow fast. I hope that my message has given you the confidence to seek help to start your own business or seek the help you need to make your business grow.